Within this slide presentation, I'm going to go over our entire process about how we made our product and how it goes over each and every single one of the categories that it's mainly about. One of them is the pre-production process. We did numerous things in this process. Like, for an example, during our pre-planning phase, we learned how to construct our stories together, how to set it up. Also, during our storyboard phase, we learned how to make shot lists in order to set up different scenes within our film. We learned during us making the film treatment, we learned to explore different ideas and to make adjustments when it came to actually making the video itself and how to make improvements upon it. We learned what shot lists are, also how to set them up bit by bit. We also learned how to order our film in certain scenes and how to progress accordingly, getting every detail down to a T. During our selection, we didn't really do anything special in regards to who we chose. Like, it was mainly just our friends. And for our material that we used, we just used our phones, and we just used the school environment in order for us to film this. Improvements throughout our production were getting better softwares in order to make the video itself. I went from using Share Factory to CapCut, which resulted in much more abilities for me to edit and improve the quality much greater than I would have been able to use in Share Factory. A social group represented within our video the is the blind is the blind disabled group. Uh, they're represented in the video mainly through little details such as them grabbing the wall and with their eyes closed and basically just having different habits other than what you'd see a regular individual would have, like tapping the main character on his chest when he was knocked out afterwards. As you can see here, there's the example. In our video, we used a similar convention as that of action films. With our film, we had a protagonist train himself to fight in conflict against a main antagonist. We even had a training montage where the main character can be seen doing different physical activities in order to better himself, in order to fight against the big bad, as what may seem like a cliche type of product that may be seen in other action convention films. Our intended audience target was basically people who are into comedy, action, and other entertaining aspects that involve two opposing sides with light-hearted sense within the product itself. Also, people who are familiar with the Boondocks can also understand the main conflict that is found within this film. Uh, our 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 video doesn't really pander to any sort of type of group. Also, the idea originated from an external source. Like I mentioned earlier, it was from the scene was inspired from a show called The Boondocks, where the main character believes that the antagonist is some kung fu master blind man with senses out of this world. So there's a parallel between the two. How I would distribute this film to other sources would I would give it to a distributor and get it out to as many locations as possible. I would get I would set up different advertisements, have them set up different advertisements, such as billboards, maybe posters, set it up in other social media platforms that showcase what we're producing. And basically, when they do that, I have to upload it to streaming services depending on how successful the film itself really becomes. An example of this would be the cover that is currently used here, The Reckoning of the Blind Man.